Would you like to learn how to make a fun, natural, easy way to clean your toilet? How about foaming toilet sand? You can use as little or as much as you need. Stay tuned and I'll show you how. I'm Sherry. This is Buddy, top dog of Lucky Dog Creations. Hello friends, today I'm going to be doing another DIY toilet cleaner. This time I'm not going to be using a toilet bomb, but we will be making foaming toilet sand. It's pretty much like my basic bath bomb recipe, and I'll include that link down below. The only thing different is instead of adding vitamin E oil to the liquid ingredients, it's going to be just water. So let's get started, shall we? What we're going to add is 1 cup baking soda. Baking soda is a mild abrasive, so it will easily remove grime. It also absorbs odors. Then we're going to have a 1/2 cup of citric acid. Citric acid kills bacteria, mold, and mildew. It disinfects. It removes hard water stains, calcium deposits, lime, and rust. And we'll add that in there. Now together, baking soda and citric acid is what makes the fizz when you have a bath bomb. So you'll have that fizzing action when it hits the water in your toilet bowl. Next, we're going to be using 1/2 cup Epsom salts. Epsom salts is abrasive, so it'll help eliminate those tough stains. And we'll go ahead and stir that in. And last of the dry ingredients, we're going to add 1/2 cup cornstarch. Cornstarch is good for cleaning without scratching, and it also absorbs odors. And we'll go ahead and give that a stir, get all the big clumps out. And next we'll go on to the liquid ingredients. And for the liquid ingredients, we're going to be using 6 teaspoons of water, 30 to 40 drops of essential oil, and liquid soap dye for color. Now you can use any essential oil that you would like, but there's certain ones that would be good for actual cleaning properties. And peppermint is good, cinnamon's good, but also the citric ones are also good. So I am going to be going ahead, and I decided I wanted my toilet to be smelling pretty citrusy, so I'm going to be using grapefruit, orange, and lime. Okay, after adding the liquid soap dye and 10 drops of each essential oil, I am slowly mixing the liquid into the dry mix so as to not activate too soon. I pour a little bit and then stir, and pour a little bit more and then stir. So you want to stir this until it is a consistency of wet sand. It all depends on your humidity and your altitude as to how much liquid you want to add. So you will have to adjust that. This works for low humidity and high altitude. And you want to make sure it's consistency of wet sand, which it is. Now for foaming sand, it can be a little bit wetter and it won't matter so much because you're going to just break it up and put it in little containers anyway. But what I'm going to do, because I think it will be actually easier to know how much is going to go into each container, I'm going to go ahead and put them in the molds and let them dry for a little bit before I transfer them into the little jars. You can lay a parchment paper on a baking sheet and then let it dry that way. You just would have to go in and break it up so it wasn't one flat sheet. So I'll go ahead and fill this. And I'm not going to let it dry as long as I normally do. I just want it to be a little bit dry so I can break it up and put it into the jars as the sand. And my orange was very pale orange, and you can add more. Just remember, the more liquid you add, the wetter your mix turns out to be. So you might have to adjust the water amount for that. But for the foaming sand, it probably won't make much difference. Okay, I'll go ahead and just finish filling up some molds, and then I will show you what we do after they've dried a little bit. So after 30 minutes, they have dried where they're fairly hard, and if I was going to make a bath bomb, I'd go ahead and dry them for another hour and a half. And you could actually use this as a bath bomb. It has the same ingredients. It just does not have the vitamin E, which is a softening agent to make your skin feel smooth. You don't need that in the toilet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break this up. It is dry enough that it makes the sand, but still wet enough that I can break it up. And I'll go ahead and just finish breaking this up, and then we'll put them in the jars. And here's the finished product. What normally makes 4 average-sized bath bombs made 5 6-ounce jars of foaming toilet sand. Let's go ahead and try this out. Okay, so I have the foaming toilet sand. I do have a toilet that is not all that dirty, but I haven't cleaned it yet this week. And what you want to do is flush the toilet so you have it as it's coming up so you can get the grime at the water line. And I'm going to go ahead and put in a couple of teaspoons, and you want to use little for maintenance and probably more if you want it to be full out hitting the hard water stain. So I'm going to put in a couple of teaspoons. I'll do 3 teaspoons. And as you can see, it is foaming, not very colorful. I was hoping that it would be a darker color so you could see it better. And then you want to go ahead and let it sit so it can absorb the odor, so it can work on the little hard water stains and do the majority of the job for you. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes and scrub the toilet. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a swish. There you have it. It smells good. It has a nice citrus smell to it. It would probably be better mostly for maintenance. If you use it for regular cleaning, you will have to actually scrub a little bit harder like you normally do with regular cleaners. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notices of my future videos. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Comments and suggestions are always welcome. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.